This video is being broadcast through a decentralized proxy server because the 2026 Transparency Act has already flagged the original file for immediate deletion. What you are about to see is the leaked internal briefing of Project 666, a joint operation between the FBI, the NSA, and Silicon Valley's top neuro engineers. This is not a conspiracy. It is a 2027 federal mandate that authorizes the United States government to install a neural backdoor in the human prefrontal cortex. If you are breathing the air in any major U.S. city, you have already ingested the nanoparticulates required for this system to go live. The White House has already prepared the emergency broadcast to cover this up as a medical necessity. But the documents we recovered from a discarded server in Arlington, Virginia, tell a much darker story. The FBI's Cognitive Shield, the secret mandate, according to the 2025 Cognitive Privacy Waiver, which was signed behind closed doors in the Oval Office, the FBI has been granted vibrational access to the American public. The FBI's new pre-crime AI, known as NIS6, is designed to scan the thoughts of every citizen within 5 miles of a 6G tower. Project 666 uses a specific frequency, 6.66 Hz, to resonate with the graphene oxide currently present in the modern food supply. This frequency creates a digital bridge between your neurons and the government's cloud servers. By 2027, the manual override will be complete. Internal memos suggest that if the system detects a heart rate increase or a thought pattern associated with anti-government sentiment, the neural backdoor will instantly release a calming synthetic sedative into your bloodstream, or, in extreme cases, induce a temporary memory wipe of the last 30 seconds. The Silicon Valley Alliance and Neuralink's shadow. We were told Neuralink was for the paralyzed, but the 2026 leaks show that the Department of Defense (DOGE) has already integrated Project 666 into the commercial satellite grid. Every Starlink satellite launched after 2024 carries a secondary payload, a neuro emitter that can target specific zip codes. The Silicon Valley elite aren't just building rockets, they are building the digital cage for the 2029 human patch. DARPA scientists have successfully tested thought injection in a controlled environment beneath Denver International Airport, where subjects were made to believe they had memories of events that never happened. This is the 666 protocol, the complete rewriting of human history by editing the collective memory of the population. Through the 2027 neural backdoor, the White House shadow cabinet is calling this the Great Synchronization, but for the rest of us, it is the death of the soul. The White House and the total lockdown of 2028. The 2028 social credit system in the USA will not be based on your bank account, but on your vibrational compliance. Project 666 allows the FBI to monitor your dream state. Why is the government suddenly obsessed with sleep studies? Because during REM sleep, your brain is most vulnerable to the backdoor installation. The Simpsons banned episode from the 2000s showed a world where every citizen had a barcode on their retina that glowed red when they thought about freedom. This was a direct leak of the retinal sync phase of Project 666 scheduled for 2027. By the time the 2030 reboot happens, the US Constitution will be replaced by a digital terms of service that you agree to simply by thinking. The underground sun reactor we exposed in the previous leak is the only power source strong enough to keep this neurogrid active 24/7, turning the entire planet into a sentient prison. The FBI is already tracking the IP addresses of everyone who watches this beyond the 10-minute mark. If you feel a sudden pressure behind your eyes or a metallic taste in your mouth, the sync signal is already attempting to bridge your consciousness. Project 666 is the final signature of the architects. They don't want your votes. They want your creative spark to power their AI machines. The 2027 disclosure will be the last time you hear a human voice on the news that isn't AI generated. The White House is dark. The Pentagon is a server room, and your mind is the final frontier they are about to conquer. Look for the purple glow on the horizon in 2027. That is the signal of the 666 activation. Stay human. Stay offline. Protect your frequency. The grid is closing. Decentralized servers are the only way to bypass the 2026 deletion protocols. Joint operations between the NSA and neuro engineers have reached the testing phase. Federal mandates in 2027 will make neural access a matter of national security. Prefrontal cortex backdoors allow for the direct management of human emotion. Ingested particulates are the receiver for the global 6G transmission. Medical necessity is the public narrative used to mask the surveillance grid. Arlington servers contain the true blueprints of the cognitive shield. Vibrational access means the government no longer needs your words to know your intent. Sentinel-6 scans for unauthorized thought patterns in real time. 6.66 Hz is the resonance frequency of the current planetary biosync. Graphene oxide acts as the physical antenna within the human nervous system. Digital bridges turn the individual brain into a cloud-connected node. Manual overrides allow the state to dictate individual behavior during crises. Heart rate increases are flagged as signs of civil non-compliance. Synthetic sedatives are deployed to maintain a state of permanent public calm. 30-second memory wipes prevent the formation of dissenting ideas. Commercial satellite grids have been fully militarized for neuro emission. Target zip codes can be put into a state of frequency sleep at will. The 2029 human patch is the final hardware update for the population. Beneath Denver, the boundaries of memory are being systematically erased. False memories are the primary tool for social engineering in 2027. Collective memory editing ensures that the past serves the current regime. The Great Synchronization is the merger of biological and machine intelligence. 2028 lockdowns will be enforced by vibrational monitoring, not police. Social credit is measured by how well your brain stays in the target frequency. REM sleep patterns are the window for the backdoor's firmware updates. Government sleep studies are harvesting the data for the final sync. Retinal barcodes represent the total loss of biological privacy. Terms of service will govern the right to exist within the digital grid. Thinking is now considered an act of agreeing to the new digital constitution. The underground sun provides the massive energy required for the neurogrid. Sentient prisons require 24/7 energy to maintain the render of reality. IP tracking is the first step in identifying the vibrationally aware. Metallic tastes are the physical side effects of high-frequency bridge attempts. The architects are harvesting human creativity to fuel the next AI evolution. 2027 will see the end of unsimulated human communication. Pentagon server rooms are the new headquarters of the Shadow Cabinet. Conquering the mind is the ultimate goal of the 666 protocol. Purple glows on the horizon are the ionospheric ignitions for the activation. Staying human requires a frequency that the grid cannot simulate. Offline status is becoming the only form of true sovereignty. The grid closing is the final curtain for the old world. Federal mandates are the legal chains of the digital era. Pre-crime AI can predict dissent before it manifests in action. 6G towers are the lighthouses of the new cognitive prison. Food supply resonance ensures that no one is left out of the network. Arlington documents are the last testament of the free world. Oval Office signatures have signed away the right to private thought. Starlink's secondary payload is the weapon of the next war. Denver's underground labs are the womb of the artificial human. The 2030 reboot is the hard reset for the hive mind network. Near Vision Earth is the final frequency outside of the 666 protocol.